Okay, so this is the goal. So we're gonna go through Ninja Gaiden Sigma on the Master Collection. We're gonna go through normal difficulty, and we're gonna be going through just a casual playthrough. I'm not gonna try to do speedrun strats or anything like that, or like really complicated advanced strats in general. So I'm gonna try to do my best to make them simple and explain as much as I can. This might take a couple nights, so I'll crop together the video over the streams. And anyway, so we're going to start off with normal, and I'm going to just go over every single thing that I can about the game. And if anyone has any questions at all, feel free to drop a question in the chat if I didn't specify something, or you have a question for the further down the road on the playthrough, and we will get started. Hold on, my cable is all windy. There we go. So I have all the costumes, so we're just gonna do these two don't add anything, so my favorite is this one. I like the blue one. Oh, this one actually changes her stats. Okay, so we're gonna do the basics. Okay, Gamoff, I know that you have a question about her side boob, so once you find the answer for that, you let me know. So this is meant for people that are getting into Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the very first time. So how to start it off? So I'm not going to explain the story or anything. That's for you to enjoy and figure out on your own. And so I'm not going to wear any of the enchantments or the costume or anything like that. So I'm just going to pause it so I can explain a little bit. So here I push pause, right? And so here I can go and actually mess with my weapons if I had more than one. And then the next chapter I'll get Nimpo. And then you have your supplies, and then down here is what I talked about with the enchantments. So I'm not going to wear anything. Here is where you unlock helmets. Depending on the difficulty that you're on, you'll unlock different ones at different rates. I played hard first, and then I went into very hard and beat Doku on chapter 2 to unlock Master Ninja. So I only beat it twice on the Master Collection. I've beaten it before on PS3. Anyway, so if you're in a huge hurry and you want to go to hard, good luck. Check this out to learn the fundamentals of normal, just so you can learn it. I recommend, if you've never played Ninja Gaiden, go through normal first. And then if you want and you're feeling confident, you can go to hard, and I'll show you in chapter 2 the Doku strat. And we'll go through it that way. So anyway, these are all the helmets that I can wear. I'm not going to wear any, like I said. So the first fight, my controller's displaying. Okay. So I'm using an Xbox controller. So in the game, you'll hold LB to block. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a grab to hurt me with. So this guy doesn't have anything threatening if I'm blocking. He doesn't have a grab or a guard break or anything like that. So he's just going to keep trying to break my guard here. I mean, really simple ways to get through him. I mean, you can just do... you can do X, Y. Let him get up again, and I'll add to that. And so that's how he blocked the second one. And I did X, Y, Y. So every time you're kind of recovering, like when I was in the air there, I can't move. Just hold block. So here's a floating essence. We'll kind of go over that in a second. So right now that's money because it's yellow. So while I'm blocking, it hangs out, but I'll let it disappear, and you'll see it eventually disappears. Yeah, so now I can't absorb that money. Another thing that we can do, I'll showcase here after he does another attack. Is we can use the essence to fuel what are called ultimate techniques or essence techniques. ETs are the first charge, and ultimate techniques or UTs are the second charge. So what will fuel an essence technique is only a yellow because it's the or one blue or one red. A blue and a red are worth 2 for this charge. So right now when I go to charge it, I wasn't holding LB. So I absorbed it. Now I have 50 essence in my pocket. So one of the good things to think about is to you can use the essence to charge those attacks, and I'll show that. So if you don't know, I'm just gonna stand here, hold Y, nothing special. That first charge is the ET or essence technique, and then I'll hold it for the longer duration. This is an ultimate technique. They do different combos depending on the level of your weapon, what weapon you're using, and that's about it. So here we'll just grab the heals. So there's the chest right there. I picked it up from this guy as well. And then we're gonna just go up here and roll jump. If you haven't read these before, I only give some basic tips on how to get through it, but we'll talk over it. So I'm just gonna hold forward, and my controller is displaying. So if I don't explain something, feel free to back it up and look at my controller inputs. So just hold forward. We're gonna jump, and then I'm using RB to reset my camera a lot, just out of habit. I'm pretty sure this is a map, but let's see. Oh, it's a heal. Okay. So once you get up here to the top, you hold forward and A. You can just run on up here, and there's going to be 2 ninja. So we'll do X, Y, X, Y. No directional inputs or anything. Wait for him to do his combo. X, Y, X, Y. So his essence is going to fall really far down, so we could probably go get that for extra money. There we go. So now I'm at 150. Yep. Okay. So we're going to grab pretty much every chest that we can. For the sake of this video, I probably won't grab every single chest. So what that is I just jumped on his head, and it allows me to kind of stagger him a little bit. And so that's really good if I wanted to, whoops, not wall cling. If I wanted to jump on his head and charge ET, so he's just going to stand there. So I'll show you. They've been, my cursor, oh, my mouse cursor. Oof, thanks, Gamoff. So these guys are worth 50 over and over again, right? I've been getting 50. I've killed 3 different guys that I actually got their essence from, and I have 150 total. So I'm gonna hold LB, and that essence will be there for a little bit. But I also I killed him with an ET, right? The first charge, so it's gonna be worth more money actually. So now I got another 150. So it multiplies the money that they're worth if you kill them with a charge like that. So let's just see if this guy's gonna be nice. Which one has it? There we go. See if he runs over. Doesn't look like he wants to. So if I did end up killing him, let's see. I think he's gonna die. Yeah, they're pretty weak. So he died pretty quick. Oh, I forgot guys come down. There we go. So we're at 368, so kind of a weird number now. Now we're at 718. So we got a good chunk of money because we killed him with the full ultimate technique and then just absorbed it without like using it to fuel another charge. So you can control if you're going to absorb it or not by blocking. So if you're blocking, it's like, I don't know, it's like 8 or 9 seconds that it'll hang out in the air. And then you can just roll like this to make sure you're getting away from it so you can actually charge the ultimate technique. So here, there's an essence in that torch, so I'm just going to use it on these guys real quick just to kind of showcase it a little more. And they don't, okay, I was going to say they don't look interested to come over. So I'll absorb this one, oops. So X, Y, you can do Y or X, Y, X, Y. Is it 10 seconds? Okay. Yeah, it's not very long. So anyway, we got 1,200. Normally, you shouldn't be having this much money this early, but I'm just kind of showcasing it. So in this game, B is interact for some reason, and it's also shuriken. So keep that in mind. One thing that's weird about or different about Sigma that I didn't really cover is you can do this side roll, and he'll eventually face that way. But I go dash right, and he does this side roll, and then he turns his character model instead of just doing a which he's vulnerable during the frames of the back roll and the side roll. So if I'm holding block and I keep rolling around like that, and he's doing, you see the side animation versus the forward. Actually, it's not the back. It's not the back roll. What is it? I think you have to be facing an enemy because he does a different. He does a back flip. He doesn't do this roll that we're doing. Anyway, so we're gonna go in here. We'll clear these guys, and then we'll continue through. So X Y X Y. So I hit a furniture, but it's okay. So it's good to know these guys, like I said, they can't grab you or anything. So just X, Y, X, Y as soon as they're done with their string. So I'll absorb everything. We won't do anything advanced, like I said. If you want, there's a little extra money in these. Yeah, there's the map I was thinking of. There you go. So this is the first fight. I mean, it's just the same thing over and over. The only time that this changes in this chapter is when you get to the white ninja. They can actually punish you a little more. So it starts when you go towards the middle of the map. So sometimes they can roll away and be a little evasive, but as long as you have good distance on them, you don't really have to worry about them punishing you while you're doing this X, Y, X, Y. No, you can do X, Y, Y. It doesn't really matter. And they're all dead. I mean, this room, I would say the first thing is probably just get to the save point. But to kind of showcase the fight a little more, until you see the white ninja, you can get away with doing the same stuff over and over again. So if you feel a little uncomfortable, just roll away. You can do X, Y, X, Y over and over. And just keep killing everyone. You get a little money all along the way. We're at 2K, which is really high. So we want that. That'll extend our HP bar. And then we can just go through the same thing. If you're feeling confident, you can use those essence to get you a lot of money. So you're invulnerable while the animation is going on. And now I'm going to have a whole bunch more money. So that's a good way to get money really early in the chapter. Or in the whole playthrough. The flying swallow is what allows you to kind of dive at the enemies. So we'll showcase that here in a second. There you go. So the white ones, let's see if they do the grab. So we'll clear these guys out. I think I just killed the white one on accident. So they can, they are supposed to be tougher. I'm trying to just make sure there's only the white one just so I can show you. Does he do a grab? Huh. I thought they do grabs. Maybe maybe I was mistaken. Okay. So these guys are a little smarter, so he blocked that attack. So that last string was XXY. Right. How's it going, man? How you doing? So we'll go through here. We'll put the first save in here. Let's see. What do I not really care about? We'll do 7. Okay, and so the objective down here is we're gonna fall down here. free heal back there. That one fills up your entire HP bar. So that one's actually good to save when you're really, really low. This is a key item that we need. Little money right there. Doing good, right? And I'm doing a casual playthrough tutorial for the new players that are checking out Ninja Gaiden Sigma for the first time. So we're just going over how to get through it. Nothing advanced or anything like that. Yeah, so normally you're probably not going to have this much money. And don't sweat it. It's chapter 1. There's plenty of spots where you can get a lot of money to make sure you're stacked up on heals and stuff. So here, we're going to grab this as well. This is a free extra life, pretty much. The only time it's not is in the water, and if you jump off certain cliffs in the game, and we'll go over that later. So here, free heals, grab them, and then we're gonna go put this inside of the samurai, and then he will give us the key to the next area. Oops, I had a Ninja Gaiden habit. We'll just start skipping them because we just need to get to the next area now. So we'll save. Don't be afraid to keep saving. Okay, I thought it was going to jump me back up to the top. So here, I believe it's White Ninja hanging out on the stairs here. You can just smash A as you jump and just jump on one of their heads to avoid them. So this room, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll just keep doing getting through it and being safe. So you can wall spam. We'll go over that in a second. I don't recommend it because you can do that where it's not the safest. So there's a free HP, so I'll just use it. It fills up my HP a little bit more. So see on that back roll, I got hit even though I was holding block. So that's one of the things that are different in Sigma compared to Black. So I'm just going to keep doing X, Y, X, Y. That's literally the one string you should walk away from this chapter. And that's it. They gave me good RNG with all the extra HP, but in the end, that was okay. If you are feeling really spicy, you can use this right here to go down, charge an ET on them, but they can evade it if you're too far away, or they're doing certain attacks. So anyway, that's more a little advanced, but if you're just trying it out, just do what I did. Just do X, Y, X, Y. So this fight is Mirai. How do I want to explain this? So before we get in there, the goal is you want to get like, let's say his distance is where this light board is that I'm standing on. You want to be somewhere like about here and then roll into him and roll back, because your whole goal is to get him to do his rolling animation to break the distance between you. And while he's doing that, you do forward or the direction that he's at and hold Y. I'm not letting go of it. I just hold my direction. So make sure you're paying attention to that. And then just keep backing off. You're going to keep repeating that the whole fight. There's no other ninja. It's just him. So you're going to kind of bait him, roll back. He's going to roll towards you. He has to be facing you, by the way. If he's like, let's say he's at this weird angle and he keeps doing this over and over to the camera and he's not ever facing you, he's never going to roll. So you can just get him to turn at you real quick by throwing one shuriken and holding block. And it will, he's going to deflect it back at you. But if you hold block as you're pushing B, you're going to block the shuriken, but it's going to make him face you. So I'll try to showcase it here. So he didn't take it the first time, but there we go. So I got too close. There we go. So you can block most of his attacks except his grabs. So let's do the same thing over and over. Wait for him. As soon as we roll a certain distance away, he's going to roll to you. You don't have to wall spam. Just play smart. Just keep backing up if you feel uncomfortable and he's getting too close or something. There we go. So I didn't feel comfortable with that first roll because of my timing, so I backed off. See, now he's not facing me. Now he is. So he's getting a little damage because I'm just a little too close and I'm not rolling away at the right time, which is fine. It's not much. He's hit me, I think, what, 2 or 3 times? And you have plenty of heals at this point. There you go. So that's Mirai on Sigma normal. It's not bad. It's the same thing over and over and over. Don't wall spam. I don't recommend it. And like I said, the 2 things is his roll distance, and then if he's not facing you, is the shuriken. 1 shuriken. Just push it. Don't hold it or anything.
Trusted me with the sword while he continues his training.
And then that's chapter 1. Yeah, holding block and dodging is the big key there. It's a different fight than Ninja Gaiden Black, so keep that in mind. And this is actually like easier than the Ninja Gaiden Black speedrun one. But it's also this same strat used in Sigma speedrunning at the moment. Okay, I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't think there's anything here on Sigma. Okay. on normal there is. So free heals. I didn't go over this because I didn't use a heal, but if you push down on the D-pad, you'll see all your inventory that you can use. Your quick inventory. So like you can't use like a Spirit of the Devils or Life of the Thousand Gods in here, but you can pause. And where are we going? Supplies, item. There we go. One thing I forgot to notice, you probably should use the life or Lives of the Thousand Gods before the end of that chapter. Because what it does is you'll see my HP bar extend, but there's going to be a gap now. So every time... You can't use it on the first chapter, really? Okay. So every time you get one, just use it the same chapter if you can. And then that way when you go into the next chapter, you'll have refilled Nimpo and a refilled HP bar. Oh, with the quick menu. Okay. Yeah. Spirit of the Devils, Life of the Thousand Gods, Life of the Gods, Jewel of the Demon Seal. Those items you can't use in the quick menu. Yeah, my bad. I meant, yeah, you cannot use a Life of the Thousand Gods in a quick menu. Down here on the bottom left. Anyway. So the goal is we're just going to go back to the very beginning of the first chapter. So it's just a mad dash to get back. So I'm not going to explain anything exciting here other than just make your way back. Have better movement than me. There we go. And then instead of going to the right where we started, we're just going to go to the left down here. You can just shuriken these bats. That way you don't take any random chip damage that you don't need. And then we'll pick up our first info. Oops. So back here is an item. This one, I would say is mandatory. Pick up smoke bombs. I'll explain them. Here, I can go over how to fight them. You don't really have to. Whoops. So here, I'm doing forward YY, just like Mirai, except I'm not holding Y when I do the forward direction. I'm just doing the input of Y and then Y again. I didn't want to... When I thought about it, I didn't want to kill him. So I don't think they have a grab. So these guys actually aren't all that intimidating. It's if you get greedy. Yeah, I can showcase the smoke bombs. So I want to show, they're just like the guys from chapter 1. None of them have a grab. So they can't, yeah, they can guard break, which is fine. If he does it again, I'll show it. So if they guard break me, you want to keep, yeah, holding left bumper down and then just roll back and it will reset your guard. You don't even have to let go of block and redo it. You can just hold it and just roll and he'll be blocking again. In case any of them got really savvy and like try to attack you while that your guard was broken, you just roll again like that. So I didn't really explain it. So the guys need to be facing you, and I'll put this smoke bomb here. And okay, so that guy turned around to chase me, but the other two got distracted. Yeah, so this guy keeps facing me, so he's the one. He's not getting distracted by the smoke bomb, but the other two do. There we go. So now they were kind of thrown back, and they weren't charging me right away. You can use smoke bombs as like a roll reset, like I did there. So you get a couple of uses for it. There we go. The trick is that they have to be facing it. They have to be facing a smoke bomb. So forward Y, and then just Y. And then if you want to use smoke bombs. Me, in this case, I'll probably a couple. Whoa, my game, I got laggy there. Because I used a lot. Oh, I didn't even talk about they can't block your attacks. That's, yeah, I'll go over that in this next room here. So free heal there. I don't even have to push anything. Just hold the direction. You're gonna run on the water. The second you let go, you'll go in the water. And then if you push A and hold your direction, you'll start running again, even when you were in the water like that. I don't have to keep pushing A or anything. And then we'll head up here. So we'll save as I drop a smoke bomb. Grab every single item that you can. Saves you money. Pretty sure there's one more in the back left over here. So notice how I've been doing forward Y. Whoops. Like that. And then Y on the way down. So the forward Y is what's kind of breaking their guard. So we'll do smoke bomb and then we'll do X, which is considered the light attack. So we'll do smoke bomb X and then you'll see that I hit him. So I'll do I'll just try to hit him with X if it's not the mage. I don't want the mage here. He's going to throw projectiles at me. There we go. Yeah, so he's blocking my X attack sometimes, or more often than not, actually, yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to get rid of the mage. He has low HP. They're worth good money, so if you can, try to kill him with the UT, but they can be threatening. So sometimes you'll connect an X attack. More often than not, you won't. So smoke bomb. Whoops, I was too far away. There you go. So you see the difference? So that time I hit him because he's dumb. There you go. So he's blocking my X attack. Sometimes, a lot of the time. So you smoke bomb. All of a sudden their defenses aren't there, but it's only for a couple seconds. There you go. So it's back. Smoke bomb. Roll back. XXX. Yeah, so if you're running out of smoke bombs like me, you can just do the forward Y like I was doing. And just keep doing it. While he's on the ground, you can just fiend seal with Y. Sigma is a lot like NGB in that it's more of a defensive game. It's not like NG2 where it's all about offensive and iframes and UTs and stuff like that. So don't be mashing too many buttons and then, you know, not understand what happened. The biggest thing is understanding the combos of the enemies that are in front of you. and which ones are the biggest threat. So like even going over that, this little discussion that I was doing right there, I wanted to get rid of the mages to just showcase the samurai, right? So the mages, like I said, they have lower HP, but they're ranged and they want to teleport on top of you. They're more annoying than the samurai. So I'll go over the mages in a second. You don't really fight a whole bunch of them. I'm trying to think, do you fight a whole bunch on normal? I don't think you really do. Anyway, so go up here. Yeah, chapter 1 and 2. Or 2. I think only 2. Oh, and when Rachel comes back. There you go. So this is Ayane. She got her butt kicked. She gets us a bow. If you're playing on Master Collection, which I'm assuming you are, the bow is rough. I recommend sitting here understanding it, and I'll showcase that here in a second. So it's left trigger, and then you shoot with B. RB is how you zoom in. LB is how you zoom out. And then you let go a left trigger, and you're out of it. Or tap it, I guess. I was holding it the whole time. The only issue, or one of the issues, is if you're holding a charge, I can't get out of it. There isn't any button that I've found that gets me out of it, and I don't want to use this arrow by holding B, so I have to shoot it. Now I can get out of it with left trigger. So keep that in mind if you're trying to figure out why you can't get out of your animation, your aiming down sight animation, and you're holding down your shot, but you're trying to save it. Maybe it's your last shot or something. You pretty much have to shoot it. So here, you probably aren't going to have as much money as me or heals because I was showcasing UTs a lot, and I didn't heal that much. So one of the things I recommend is if you have the money, get the Art of the Inferno. You're going to want that pretty early in the game. And then I would spend the rest on heals. I maxed out on heals because of everything I bought. So it makes sense that I use one, so I'm full HP. And then, whoops, and then I'll buy one. You can't upgrade any weapons at this point, so don't sweat it. Whoops, I'm just going to keep going back in there, apparently. Grab the items. I don't think I mentioned it. Grab the items there. And then what we are going to do is we're going to have Inferno, Bow, and then obviously Dragon Sword. So when we go out here, I kind of want to just chat about the mages. So the mages have low HP, and they don't do anything. They want to be on your camera as often as they can. So notice, yeah, he wasn't casting anything until he went on my camera. And then so what they do is they keep teleporting to get on camera. So I'm not going to have a stray orb like come out of nowhere from the mages. But he is off screen, and he will try to close the distance to get to me. So I'm just holding block, dashing around, and he's not just, going bombarding on me with the orbs, right? But he keeps trying to close the distance to get on the screen. That's pretty much the mage's entire goal. So on normal, they only shoot the one orb. And you can dodge that. You can actually block it too. It'll just do a little chip damage. So since he's right there, I'm just going to forward Y. He dies right away. And then I'll just use that essence to help me string together kills like this. So I'm holding block, dashing around. I'm doing what's called an on-landing ET. So I'm going to pause for a second. So that's when this is a little more advanced. It's not just survival. So if you feel you're confident with the UTs and the ETs and string together your essence by holding block and using them, you don't want to just stand there and start holding Y because you're probably going to get hit. So what you want to do is like roll a jump, and then right when you're landing, hold Y, and then he'll pull that essence, and it'll charge his ultimate technique or essence technique depending on how many charges he gets. and then you'll release it once the enemies get within a good range, because you're using a dragon sword, so you don't have a huge amount of range, but it's okay. So I absorbed one because I started holding LT or LB late, and then I'll show it here. So jump. I did on landing, start charging. Y. So once you understand this part right here, this is like a haste slash right now. So I don't have an essence floating out to just start charging one for me. I would have to wait. But that's faster than sitting here doing this. And safer, because I can decide where I want to be versus just standing here in the middle of a fight and going, okay, I'm going to start charging. Because a lot of the AI is built to prevent you from doing an essence technique or an ultimate technique. So you want to have a little bit of distance as well. More advanced thing is, like I was saying with the mages, you can manipulate them to get closer to you. But let's say he's over here, right? You see him over here, and you go and roll, and your camera's like this. He's gonna hang out where I just showed. But if you rotate your camera this way, he's either gonna want to be right on top of you, or he's gonna stay back like he did a couple times. So if he comes on top of you, then you know those are his two options. It's like DMC4, where the enemies aren't going to start an attack off screen. That's the case for mages in this game. So if you started rotating your camera when he started charging an orb, and then you turn him off camera, he's still going to shoot that orb. So keep that in mind. So here, we're going to refill on the on our arrows. This strat isn't going to be really clean at all compared to black. So this one is really kind of a crapshoot. Just depends on if you hit the guys or not. One thing I didn't mention with the bow that I should is in Sigma you can jump and shoot. You can also just hip fire. You don't have to aim down sight. So I'm just pushing B, no directions or anything. You can do a directional shot. You can jump off the wall and shoot. Those are extra things to help you avoid getting ran over by the horses. Because up here, we're going to fight some horses. You can also wall spam. I like to do that on the first guy here. I'm just doing XXY. Yeah, so see, you don't always want to do wall spams because I was actually running along the wall there. And it's more dangerous than a wall spam straight up vertically. There you go. So eventually he fell off. Forward, Y, Y. Forward, Y, Y. And the horse will actually drop an essence. So that's where I got my 2 charges from. Was the horse and then the soldier I knocked down. And so I just kept blocking during that and then resetting as soon as you heard that glass shattering sound. There you go. So that's the first guy that came into the map. Whoops. He selected the second guy. Yep. So when they do that, you can just block. You probably don't want to try to... there you go. You probably don't want to try to do a wall spam when they're that close. Yeah, so he's avoiding me, which is fine. And I keep holding block in between stuff because that archer will want to hit me. Oh, so he missed. So you kind of want to cut him off because Ryu tends to aim behind where they were. It's kind of weird. So you kind of want to be standing in front of them to get the arrow to hit more often. So I ran out of arrows, which is fine because there's a whole bunch right here. There you go. So there's going to be an essence from the horse. So I'll just roll jump on his head. I can get a full UT off with the essence that was sitting there on top of me charging one. And you get a little extra money that way. You don't have to have the essence hanging out there to do that. You can just jump on his head and start. You'll be able to get an essence technique off every time unless there's another enemy on the map. I just realized I didn't use any Nimpo. You can use Nimpo there as well. Here's another free heal. If you really, really need to, you can shop. You probably are better off not doing it. Unless you had to heal a lot there, which is fine. And so here, we'll just save again. I just popped another heal, so I'm full. This fight... this fight is... let's see. Let's go get one more arrow. This fight can kind of suck, I'll admit, because it's Masakato. He's the main boss here. And what he likes to do is just kind of hyper armor your arrows. So you'll notice it because he doesn't take damage, and you'll hear this clinging sound that the arrow isn't, like, it's not connecting, right? Because he's hyper armoring it. So what your goal is here is don't aim down sight. Don't move your camera around, because there's two mages that spawn with him, and they're in the very far back of the arena, back here and back here. And so and then Masakato will be in the middle of the map and then start running towards you. So what you want to do is you just want to start pushing B, and then once he starts getting too close to where you're uncomfortable and you think you're gonna get hit, you can start blocking. But try not to rotate your camera too much, because, like I said earlier, the mages want to be on your screen. And if you rotate your camera, like, to the side like this, where else can they be? They want to be on top of you, right? They're either going to be on top of you, or if you're lucky, they're going to be waiting, not shooting anything. But think on the worst case that they're going to be warping on top of you in the middle of this fight with Masakato. So I'm going to try not to reset my camera at all. If Ryu kills a mage, you can use those the essence that they drop to fuel an ultimate technique or an essence technique to do a lot of damage to Masakato. So Masakato doesn't have any ranged attacks. It's just the mages. So Masakato is gonna keep diving at you with the horse. Okay, so keep that in mind. So this is RNG if the bow actually will connect. So we're gonna find out. So just keeping an ear out for the orbs. So I have a free red right there. So I figured I would use it instead of relying on the bow. So my camera did move for doing that, which is fine. Yeah, so my camera got messed up there because I was too close to the wall. So that was the on-landing UT I was talking about. So I was holding block, roll, jump, essence technique. And that's what killed him. So every time you kill every time I killed a mage there, I was keeping track of how many essence was on the map. And I wasn't really trying to kill 2 in a row without using it, because I didn't want an ultimate technique. I just wanted the ET just to get the quick slice of damage and be able to hit him more with the bow. So anyway, I think I added a couple advanced things there with the essence techniques in the middle of the fight. But again, if you run out of let's say you run out of arrows in that fight, you can come over here and just start doing this. Just keep an ear out for Masakato. You want him to be really close before you do it. That way you actually connect with him. Otherwise, he's going to do a U-turn and you're going to miss it, and the mages might be there. So you can do that to survive it. So I'm not going to sit here and try to attempt it over and over. I'll give it one shot. So the goal, you can just run through here. You don't even have to fight these guys. Open this door. Just do an X. There's going to be these 2 guys waiting behind that second door. You can just keep rolling. You don't even have to let go of block. Get to this door. So this is one of the things that's different, or one of many things that's different between Sigma and Black, is that in here, you actually can fight Doku when he has the Dark Dragon Blade. So if you are, let's say you're you're comfortable with Ninja Gaiden games and you just want to get through the difficulties straight to hard, very hard Master Ninja, right? If you beat Doku in this fight, you can unlock the next higher difficulty. So in this case, I'm playing on normal. You already get normal and hard when you start out with the Master Collection, so like I wouldn't get anything by doing this if I had a fresh file. But let's say I'm on hard, which this is what I did. So I was on hard, beat him. Oh no, I didn't do it this way. I did hard, did the whole game, came back on very hard, beat him, unlocked Master Ninja, did all of Master Ninja. But either way, if you're trying to get through this as fast as you can and you don't want to do a million playthroughs, you just want to unlock higher difficulties to practice. Let's say you're on hard, you can go beat him right here in chapter 2, unlock very hard, start a new game, go to very hard, beat him again on chapter 2, unlock Master Ninja, and then go through all of Master Ninja and beat the entire game. That's the shortest way, but that doesn't help you learn the game, right? So here I'll showcase it for people that want to do it. I'll try my best not to die. If I don't get a couple hits off, then I'll reload a save and we'll try again. If I end up doing pretty well, we're just going to go through and continue. So the goal here is to understand the distance that you can to do an essence technique. So just the one charge. So this is dependent on what attacks he does. So he has his normal attacks that he does. He has this, you know, big AoE wave that he does, which you can jump over. But he also has this attack that is a grab, and it'll one-shot you. No matter if you use the Life of the Thousand Gods and you're full HP or not, it'll one-shot you. So if you get grabbed by that, your fight is over. So keep that in mind. And then he has a couple other strings, and you can just roll jump away from them. So we'll try to showcase it. I'll try to explain it while I'm doing it. If not, I'll try to go back and explain it later. So we're gonna wait to see what he does. So I just did XXX there. That's a little free damage. So if you're trying to practice this, I recommend learning the range. Whoops. Yeah. So I actually didn't charge my ET all the way there. Yeah. So that move right there, where he swings like this, that's him trying to go for that grab. That's the move that'll one-shot you. So learning the distance on your ET versus what move he's doing is what's pivotal for this whole thing. And so when he does the move where he stabs the sword into the ground and it does an AoE attack, he moves forward. Whatever direction he's facing, he moves forward that direction a little bit. And so if you're at the right distance, you can release the essence technique after he moves forward, but before the AoE comes at you. So he gets closer to you to connect, and you iframe through the wave. It's a little tricky, but if you're really set on trying to beat him, then you can go about it that way. So that was a little risky. Yeah, I was at a distance. There we go. So that was what I was explaining. I did that one a little early because I didn't want to charge an ultimate technique. Yeah, and he wasn't facing my way, so he didn't move towards me. Yeah, so he pretty much always is going to go for that. After that string, just roll away right away. Oops. So invisible walls are very annoying because it's not exactly how big the arena is. or looks. So if you're too far away like I was there, he's gonna keep doing that because he doesn't have any other ranged attack. So he wants to grab. I'm trying to make the distance even more. There we go. So I just gotta iframe through. Yeah, because he's too far away. Yeah, I could have healed through that, but anyway, that's the gist of it. You just do that over and over again. I didn't feel like burning heals to showcase it. We hit him enough times for you to understand it. It's the same on every difficulty. The strat is no different other than the damage that you do to him. And that he does to you. Excuse me. So that's chapter 2. So I'm going to stop explaining the essence technique and the ultimate technique stuff, assuming at this point you've kind of got an idea of it. Whether you're that comfortable with it, you have the whole rest of the game to learn it. But for the sake of time for this tutorial, I'm not going to go over it every time. I am going to go over the different enemies and what you can get away with. Most of excuse me. Most of the time for the humanoid enemies, like some of the lesser fiends later, and those ninja, and then these tactical soldiers that are coming up, you can get away with the XY or the forward YY. Either one. There's certain enemies that you want to do the forward YY on because they're gonna guard you, and you want to break their guard. But I'll explain those ones. So feel free to, go through every single door and see what they have in them. For the sake of time, I'm gonna go through what is required. So you have to go get this map. We don't care about the map. We're just gonna move. If you're looking for money, you can fight these guys, get their money. Excuse me. So right up here, oh, they're gonna dart at me. Do they give you counterattack on normal? I can't remember. Okay, so I do have counterattack, and I haven't done a flying swallow yet, so I'll show that one. So that move right there is a flying swallow. You're gonna see a lot of people that are new to the game spam that because it does damage and they get away with it. I don't recommend learning that way. You're not learning the game, and you get punished on the higher difficulties a lot. So this guy likes to grab. Yep, if you're blocking too long, like I was. So he can block. Whoops, I didn't reset my guard. See how he keeps blocking my X? So here, I could do smoke bombs, or I could do the forward Y. He's letting his friend fight. There we go. So just watch my thumbstick. I'm just doing forward. Or I say forward, but whatever direction he is from you, just do the directional. If he's right in front of you, do forward Y, and then it doesn't matter what direction after that, just push Y again. And then when he's on the ground, you can do forward Y and keep launching him until he dies. So anyway, that's for those black tactical soldiers because they have the shield and they like to grab. So that's the strat for them. Real quick, I'll showcase the counter here. Yeah, so this is counter Y, and then you can fiend seal. I forgot that they can block too, or grab. So nothing fancy. I'm not button mashing. You can even do it for him too. So real quick, I want to explain what just happened there. So when they're laying flat on the ground like that, and you do an ET, you hit them twice. So he died there really quick because technically he got hit twice with the essence technique. That strat's probably a little more advanced, I'll admit. But you can get away with it if you are comfortable with doing the on landing essence charges, right, and use your essence technique that way. If you counter him, you can just fiend seal him or forward YY, either way. Just make sure you're aware of enemies near you if you're going for those attacks. Okay, so they're all dead. Real quick, I'm going to show where this shop is. Right here. Let's see. At this point, trying to think, is there anything you really need? I mean, you can get the Dragon Sword level 2. You get a couple extra moves, so it doesn't hurt. This is if you have the money. I'm not going to get it right now because that's a lot of money this early in the game, and I don't really need it yet. If you need heals, obviously grab them. Trying to think what else. I think that's really about it. So that's where it's at. If you pick up, there's a couple scarabs in this map. If you pick them up, you can go back to him and turn him in. Down here, you can go do a save statue. There's that. Wow. And then this is the next fight right here. So more of the same. I'm just going to go through it real quick. So they stop shooting once you get close. So you can avoid all that by just getting close to them. There you go. So I'll just take that because that's a whole bunch of money since I killed him with an ultimate technique. And then we go across to this door right here. This is where you'll find your first scarab in the game if you're going for those. I'm not going to go for them. I'm not going to try to... I apparently can't remember where one is. On both my playthroughs, I got like 45 and then 49. So there's one I'm missing somewhere. So don't listen to me on where scarabs are. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to heal just so I don't use my talisman. And then we're going to go to the next elevator. But the dab, yeah. I can explain that in like in a different thing. This isn't a 100% collection tutorial. This is just beating the game. So I'm not going to do speedrun strats. I'm just going to forward YY. And this is the key that you need. And then we're going to go pick up the dual swords because they're pretty OP on most bosses. And it'll make going through bosses a lot easier. Because you pretty much have to learn one move with them. So I'm not going to explain every door I'm going through. It's just going through this, you know. Feel free to pause the video to keep up. I'm not doing the fights that I don't need to at this point. I've explained the enemies that are on this map. We have 2 weapons now. We have 3 projectiles, 2 Nimpo. You can jump off the sides here, so I don't even recommend jumping through. Just run through. Then we'll fill up on arrows right here. And then after you crank this a couple times, some enemies are gonna spawn. XY, XY. There's an essence floating in that box, so I'll just use it. There you go. So again, same thing. Nothing advanced. Just getting through it. Don't be afraid to block in between attacks. So this is where you're going to use the bow for the first time against distance enemies that you can't get to. There you go. And then I do a neutral jump straight up because if you fall in here, it's game over. The talisman doesn't save you. So you'd have to reload a save. And then there's a guy right here. So he's going to start shooting. Yeah, right when I cut the corner. And you want to be careful because you can catapult yourself off the ledge. But the goal is just killing him. Don't jump around too much there because, like I said, if you jump off the side, you do die. Here, I did what's called air destruction slash. So you just need to hit it a couple times by having your thumbstick on a direction. Jump X, jump X, jump X. If you do a direction, he just does that. So you want to have some sort of direction to your jump. So I'm trying not to jump. I don't want to jump off the ledge. There you go. He can. And then we'll just do a static jump straight up. And we'll grab the rope. If you want, you can refill on arrows right here. It's free. And then we're gonna save. I just remembered how many smoke bombs I used, so I'm gonna go shop and grab those real quick. So smoke bombs are really good against this upcoming boss. His name's Dynamo. He's also in NGB. So what we are gonna do, I'm just gonna fill up on him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use smoke bombs and then the dragon's claw. And before you go into this fight, once you can do this, which is literally watch my thumbstick, I'm just doing this and then Y. And I'm doing it a little fast, but be dramatic. Don't do this little tiny little rotations because it doesn't normally work. So I like to just hit every single corner of the thumbstick, and he's pretty much always going to do it. So you don't have to learn how to do it on landing or anything. Just standing there, 360Y. And I would say, because I see it all the time with new players, they blame the game or they blame something. If you can do it 10 times in a row, go to Dynamo. I'll just say that much. Because it's not a hard input. It's just understanding you need to get a feel for your thumbstick on your controller. Right? Yours is going to be a little different than mine. But in the end, once you get it, I could sit here and do this and just keep spinning my thumbstick and mashing Y. And as soon as I'm out of my recovery frames, I'm just going to keep doing it. Right? So once you get the gist of that down, that's pretty much the Dynamo fight with these. So what we do is we're going back through the bunk bed room. We're going to go back over here. And then instead of going through that door to the elevators, this is the door we're going to go to. We can smoke bomb up the stairs. We don't have to fight these guys. We can just roll jump, roll jump. I'm just going to throw a smoke bomb so they stop shooting me. And then you can fight them if you want. Goal is to have better movement than me there. And then we're just going to go continue on through here. Free heal right here. Again, you can fight the enemies. We've gone over them already, so I'm not going to. I recommend saving here since this is a dynamo fight. And then you can't go up the ladder yet. You have to actually unlock the latch above. So we gotta pull this or push this up. So the boss fight with Dynamo is that if you smoke bomb when he's facing you, it helps prevent him from shooting his big cannon. And then it also helps with avoiding his grab. So if I get caught, let's say I roll through a melee that he does, and then I don't have enough time to start another roll, I can smoke bomb away from him to avoid his grab. So I'll try not to do this too quick, but the fight can be really fast. So I'm going to use Inferno here because I want to showcase if he does his bubble attack, I want to showcase how you can avoid him doing that. And the reason I want to show why you can have him avoid him doing the bubble is because more often than not you're probably going to be right on top of him with your swords anyway, so it's not advanced in my opinion if you have a Nimpo to actually do the Inferno cast to cancel his bubble. And the bubble is when he has this big protective bubble that you can't do anything about, except he just keeps shooting and you have to wait for the duration to be over. So we're gonna see. So the goal is I'm gonna smoke bomb. First thing I'm doing is I'm holding direction, mash and B so I can get out of the cutscene, and then I'm gonna smoke bomb towards him. That should help prevent him from shooting me. And once I get up to him, I'm gonna be doing 360Y, 360Y, and as soon as I'm done, I'm gonna wait to see what he does. And so he has a couple attacks he can do. Is if the smoke bomb duration is over for him and he can start shooting, I'd say be generous. Use a lot of smoke bombs. He can do a vertical attack, which you can guard. He can grab. And then there's one more attack I'm forgetting right now. But anyway, so I'm going to do this. There we go. So he has that backhand swing that he does. So I'll just showcase a couple. Yeah, so he wants to keep grabbing. Okay. Which is fine. So I'll try to showcase a little bit here. Yeah, so that's because I didn't smoke bomb right away. So I'll heal here. Sometimes he'll do the swing and the grab. I'm fighting in Sigma. He'll just do a grab flat, like straight out of the gate sometimes. I don't feel like he does that a lot in NGB. So just some other differences. So I did it too late. And then I rolled right into it. So I'll start showing how you actually do the fight now. But that's what the grab does, and it's kind of annoying. So that's one of the cons of doing this combo. So that was my fault. I should have smoke bombed there. I'll show another thing you can do if that doesn't work for you. So I'm gonna smoke bomb so he doesn't shoot at me. Oops, he wasn't facing it. There we go. You can just do X, Y, Y. This is probably the safer strat that I'm thinking about it. So he never did his bubble, which is unfortunate. So thinking back on that, X, Y, Y with the Dragon Sword is probably the safer of the strats, because as soon as you're done, you can really just react to him. If he does that overhand swing, just hold block and then roll right after. That way you reset your block. And then if he goes for the grab, smoke bomb away from him and then do X, Y, Y and repeat until he's dead. If he does that bubble that I was talking about, you're probably always going to be standing right on top of him. So if you see him start getting ready to do a small vertical jump, you can do an Inferno cast, and then the Inferno is what will knock him out of the bubble if you're close enough. So you don't even have to deal with it if you do that. So I save my Nimpo for Inferno there if I'm trying to survive. Anyway, that's chapter 3. Obviously, there's more. There's some scarabs. There's an additional fight you can do, but just for the sake of getting through the game, this is just what we're going over. Okay, so we'll save here. Again, you can fight these guys if you want more money. I'm not going to. We've already gone over last chapter how to fight them. So we're just going to zip on through to where we need to go. Right here is I believe it's a free heal. Yep, it's a big one. So I'm full. So the good thing is when you come back later in the game, you can actually just come pick this up later if you need it. So I don't need it since I'm full with my 5 big heals right here. So we're just gonna, you can smoke bomb, you can run through. They don't do a lot of damage here. So how this fight goes is you see those 2 little squares that are at the distance over there. So the first guy spawns on the far right one. And so it's the same guys. The only difference is there's a grenade launcher guy who does a lot of damage, but he's also worth a lot of money. So the goal for me is I kind of want to kill him with the ultimate technique if I can. Okay, so I got clipped for being greedy. There we go. So those guys are worth a good chunk of money. I'm at 48. I absorbed it during that. Yeah, there we go. So I'm at 500 now. But he doesn't, I mean, he doesn't have that much health. He's like a white tack soldier. They don't have a whole bunch of health. Here you can get the guillotine throw, which is where, oh, I didn't even go over this actually. So this is the inputs are AX. And this is when he does, let me see if I can find it for the scroll. Oh, does he not actually, they don't share it? So, it's the win run, and it'll always be whatever direction that you have where you're facing. Oops, game's lagging for some reason. Which is kind of convenient when you want to do like a flying swallow on somebody. So I'll show that here. As soon as I enter the door, I'm gonna do AX, and if they're close enough, I'll do Y because I'll be in the air. There we go. I'm not even touching my thumbstick. He's obviously doing his own thing there. So let's see. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go over here real quick because this is where the lunar is. This is probably, yeah, this is the last main weapon that you actually need in the game. Over here, grab this now so you don't forget later. This is one of the key items you'll need later in the game. And then we're just gonna go and avoid these guys. We're gonna go down here. So this next fight will get triggered once I run past this doorway and start heading down this alley and then come back. It gets triggered when I jump on like this line about here, where the kind of like where the right about wherever you're standing. And then the guys will spawn down right here from will the camera show it? There's that box up there. So just information on where they're at. So I'll just wait. They can come over here. Oops. So I was holding block for too long there. He punished me with a grab. It's getting a little exciting, so I'm just gonna smoke bomb. Oh my god. I didn't mean to kill that guy. There we go. So at this point, how do I want to explain this? So I'll just, I'm out of smoke bombs. So I'll just pop my heal here. You can just wall run up the side over here and just keep doing that up the stairs. Right up here is where some black spider ninja are going to spawn. And we're just going to try to get, I don't know if I can get there without triggering them. So you see that doorway right up there? We're going to try to get there to get the Spirit of the Devils. So you don't have to fight them. They are stronger than the ones from the first chapter as far as ninja go. And they'll throw shuriken, and they have more devastating attacks. So you can just avoid them. The Spirit of the Devils, we'll just consume right now, and I'll explain what it is. So Spirit of the Devils, see I go from 1 slot to 2 slots now. On my Nimpo, one of the slots has fire in it. That's how much I currently have filled. And then once I get another Nimpo, or I consume something that will give me another Nimpo, it'll fill that so I can actually use more than 1 Nimpo. So next thing is we're going to go in this green door. And then before we go to the left where you're supposed to go, there's some free money right here. It doesn't cost like anything, no fights or anything. The only thing is just a little movement, just hopping up here. And then right when you enter, just drop off to the left. And then that is 5k essence. So that is a free upgrade and more for your weapons. And then we'll just open this. It's unlocked now. No enemies. So I'll fight the enemies here. They are, like I said, a little more difficult. So keep in mind on that. They like to throw shuriken. No, there's only 2. Okay. So you can get away with countering them or just waiting for their string to be over like that. And then forward Y. They do have more HP. They are worth more money. So I'm going to finish him with ET that was floating there instead of just a straight kill. There you go. So they have like that really fast, like it's like Ryu's Air Destruction Slash, but it's lower and it's fast. So you can just block it and just wait for it to be over. And as soon as you see his feet start to land, you can punish with forward Y. Don't try to do it in the middle of the combo, because if you're not blocking and you're attacking or just standing there, or your guard got broken and you didn't reset it, they can just shred your HP. So keep that in mind. Up here, we're just gonna jump to the top. If you keep missing this jump for some reason, I'm trying to think. There we go. So if I jump from back here and I miss the jump, one small thing you can do to help you get across a little more confidently is right at the end of your jump, when you see Ryu start losing his height, you can do Air Destruction Slash, which is what we did at that engine on the last chapter. Okay, there we go. Nope. And that'll help you get across if you're just mistiming it or something. So you can go up here, X. Here, where it's showing you where to wall run, you can just do that and just jump off it. We're gonna fall over here. There's a scarab. Grab that. Those are very expensive. That fills. If I was empty on both my Nimpo there, I could use this item and it will put in. It will fill up to, or it'll fill everything. So if I had like 5 slots there, it'll fill up. It'll fill 5 if I needed it. This item that I flipped to down here, this will only fill the 1. So that's the difference between them. So we're gonna pull that down. That unlocks this door. You can fight these guys if you want a little money or practice. I'm just gonna run by them since we went over them already. And then at this point, you get to fight motorcycle guys, which are very exciting for Sigma.
You have a
You can just do flying swallows. So I'm just going to do AX together and then Y, which is the wind run flying swallow. They are annoying. I also have Nimpo, so I'm going to just do that. So you can I forgot to explain this. So one of the scrolls, where is it, that we picked up in the first mandatory fight is called the guillotine throw. And so you do that while jumping forward, and then you push A and X together. And so that's how I took him off of the motorcycle. It's not 100%, but it is another tool that you can use. And then you can just do that. And then, so you pick this up, and it starts the next chapter. Real quick, though, we're going to go up here. So I missed it. I should have done the air destruction slash at the end, like I was just explaining a couple minutes ago. There you go. It's the end of the chapter. You don't have... This is a free refill. You can come back to it, you know, whenever if you want to get it. I recommend we can grab this. It's the windmill shuriken. And then we'll grab this. Actually, what you can do as well is save. If you want to explore and you're at the end of the level. Keep in mind, we haven't upgraded anything yet, which we will next chapter. And this is where you meet Rachel.
I'm Rachel, hunter and slayer of fiends.
So this is where you play as Rachel, and I just want to say I hear it a lot, and a lot of people don't like Rachel, which is fine. She is a part of Sigma, and so you do get to play as her. And in my opinion, she's her weakest part is her out of combat movement. Her in combat in general is actually good. And then her combat and her in movement combat is good. And I'll try to showcase that if I can. So she has a, yeah, so if you don't do the flips like I was doing, you can just kind of dash over them like this. And so that was just me rolling into him, and then I just push Y. Nothing complicated. It was three attacks, and I killed all three of them. I'll show some other ones that you can do with her. But yeah, everyone's big gripe, which I don't disagree with, is her actual movement. So if you try to roll jump with her, it's kind of clunky. So you can just do forward jumps or on landing jumps or just run. You can do roll jumps, but they're just not super fluent. Anyway, same thing. If you wanna fight them, you can get a little money. Her money is separate from Ryu's, so it's not going to impact you. There is a chest down here that you can grab. To them. That was really laggy. Oh my goodness. If you don't feel like rolling into them every time, you can just go up to them and push XX like 4 times, and then you'll do that grab. And then at this point, you turn around. We're gonna go up here. You can, whoops, where's the shop? You can buy right here. I'm pretty sure all her stuff's cheaper. Yeah, so her stuff's really cheap, so we'll just, I guess we'll just max out here with our money. Now you're gonna get the key. Rachel's chapters are normally pretty short too, so you don't have to spend a lot of time learning her attacks and the enemies. I go down here. We're in the next mandatory fight. Same thing. These guys just have more HP, so he survives it. So I'm gonna use this essence here. That was a counter. I got really lucky he didn't hit me there. But anyway, you don't have to know a lot of strings. You can save over here real quick just to make sure. You just want to make sure that these enemies aren't near you when you do it. We'll just continue on through. Free heals are always good. Feel free to fight them if you want a little extra money for Rachel, because you do play her in 2 more chapters. This room right here is the last fight of the chapter. They don't come in. They drop in from above right when you get to the corner of these stairs. So when you get here, just start blocking. Yeah. So I rolled on accident. I meant it to just block. So these guys, I like to fight on flat ground. I don't want them to have vertical on me. So it took forever to come, so I just charged technique there. There you go. And that's pretty much your chapter. Now we just go up here, interact with this, and that is Rachel's first chapter. So pretty much in her combat, for the very beginning, you don't really have to use Y for anything outside of countering. And then after you do the dash into them where she rolls over them, and then you just push Y. Other than that, you don't really have to. Once you start getting more comfortable with her and more advanced, you can add Y into more of her strings, but other than that, you don't really have to. Okay, so back here, I believe it's a free talisman. Yeah, so grab that. If you didn't save before, or you want to make another save, you can save. And then there's a couple free items down here. I'll just show where they're at. Some enemies for more money if you feel like it. We're just zipping to the bottom to show where everything's at. Oh, I thought there was one more there. This is the one that will refill your Nimpo. And then I'm pretty sure we can just run through this. We don't have to fight them. There you go. So now we're just going to go back through to this yellow door right here. And then we're going to take the first door to our right. Because we have the key. I realized after I don't have a smoke bomb. There we go. Another chest right there. Hello? So we've already fought these guys. Really, you can just sit here and block and keep rolling away. And then you'll be just fine. You can sneak in a jump there, but they can tag you with a shuriken. So you can just block roll. Again, I've said it probably 500,000 times already, but all these fights you can do if you would like. For the practice, for the money, for karma points or whatever. I'm just skipping them for the sake of time. So grab this key. Whoops. Yeah, we can't. Try to think of the safest route. We could probably just run back through this door right here that we came from. Just cut left and keep just blocking and rolling. There we go. I got a little chip damage there, but you can go down through the stairs. You can. There's also a hole in that fence up there. I don't think my camera's gonna show it well. Off to kind of where Ryu's standing, but like if imagine I'm where that you can see that bike. I'll just show you. You can just jump down here. You don't have to worry about the stairs. So here, see how my camera's kind of turned to the right a little bit, and you hear some footsteps. There's enemies right hanging out inside this tunnel. There he is. So once we get over this gray line right here, you hear that smoke bomb sound. Obviously they came back, but if I hit that line and come back really quick, they'll despawn and you don't have to do the fight. Because you can't open this door or pull this lever while they're in the tunnel. So you can either kill them or you can just despawn them like I did. And then we can go right back upstairs to where these guys are and just avoid them. If you're low on arrows and need some, there's some free ones right there. I am going to kill these guys because I want to save. Wow. That took a lot longer than I wanted. So we're gonna save. I'm gonna upgrade the dragon sword. I feel like it's more consistent for new players. The dual blades obviously have high DPS, but they're not, like, in my opinion, they're not as reliable. So we're going to level up the dragon sword. Let's see. And then if you need heals, feel free to use them. I won't keep upgrading things. Normally at this point, if I had 9k, I'd probably upgrade one of these as well. But I'm doing fine on heals. I have 2 talismans. I think the only thing I would like would be smoke bombs, I guess. So I'm pretty sure I can get them later. Actually, I can next chapter, so you don't have to buy them this chapter. So up here is it's a mandatory fight. So we're gonna go over to the right here. There we go. So killing them both with ET there gave me that much more money for them. You can grab this chest. Oops, even though Rachel opens it. So you can grab it as well. I just happen to be full, so I don't need it. You know, I'm doing some decent movement to get through and avoid those guys, but you don't have to fight them as well. You can just continue on through. Oh, what would I want to say here? So I don't have smoke bombs, which is fine. So I am gonna swap the shuriken. What else do I want to do? I have Inferno and Dragon Sword level 2. So, I don't think there's anything super crazy. It's just, I think it's the motorcycle guys, this first fight, yeah. So if you picked up a guillotine throw, you can just steal them off the bike. My game is acting laggy at sometimes. So the bike can hurt quite a bit. So I just popped 2 small heals there because I didn't realize how much damage it actually was going to do. Yeah, that's quite a bit. Oh, he blocked it. There we go. So I'm going to... Oh, okay. I wasn't able to do the inputs. So here comes the dinos. I can't skip it because I never got this far on normal. On my, when I first did this, I did hard and then Master Ninja, so I've never seen this cutscene technically. So right at the start, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna heal, and then we're gonna talk about how to fight these guys. So for these guys, I happen to have 2 Nimpo. If you don't, that's okay. I'll just explain the combo for the... I'll Nimpo 1, and then I'll fight the other 2. Okay, so he died immediately, which is fine. So he can just block that attack. So I normally recommend, the biggest threat they have is that grab with their mouth, like that, yeah. So that was me not respecting it after just talking about it. But everything else you can pretty much avoid or block. So the inputs I'm doing is X, Y, X, Y, and then you just want to do this over and over. So the reason I got hit there is because I wasn't watching it. Yeah. If you don't want to try to get grabbed at all, you can just stand down below, and just do forward Y Y, and it's a faster, faster string. It's just less damage. So this fight is Hydrocubus. He is the tentacle monster. On normal, there aren't any enemies, so on Sigma, we're actually going to swap over to the dual blades, and you can one cycle him. Normally you'd have to go through 2 or 3 cycles of knocking off his the tentacles. And we're going to use the dual blades. You can use the dragon sword as well, just does less damage for this boss. And then we're going to swap to fire wheels. And fire wheels is the Nimpo that we haven't used yet. That's the first one we grabbed right at the beginning of chapter 2. And so what we're going to do is we're going to swap the fire wheels. We're going to swap to the dual blades. Oh, excuse me. We're going to do flying swallow to knock off both tentacles. And then as soon as we knock off both of them, we're gonna cast our Nimpos so that we have the fire wheels flying around us. And then we're gonna do 360 Y with the dual blades like we showed on the beginning of Dynamo last chapter. So I'm just gonna do. Oops. So when he's moving the tentacle like that, you're pretty much gonna get hit. So I have shuriken as well. So you just do A, X, Y, and then nice. So normally I'm not on the ground that often. And then I'm doing shuriken, so that way I can do that vertical swing down while I'm in the air. So as soon as we knock off this next one, there we go. So we're gonna Nimpo, 360Y. I don't think I'm gonna get it because I'm in a weird spot. Yeah, so if you're standing right in front of him, you'll hit all of that damage. I didn't because I was behind him, so I wasn't hitting all of his hitboxes. Which is fine. It's just the same fight over and over. So just keep blocking. Every time you hear your guard break, just reset it by rolling. Lion swallow, B, Y. There we go. And that's the fight. If you don't have Nimpo, you don't have to go for the quick one cycle. You can just go through what I did with the 2 cycles and just rinse and repeat. That fight is exactly the same the next 2 times you fight him in the game.
Was that a fiend as well?
I've never seen one like that before. Something strange.
In the second fight, I'll showcase the Dragon Sword one. That way, you have a different way to go about it, and you're not forced to upgrade in a certain way. So I didn't use the Dragon Sword there because the level 1 dual blades is actually better in this case. But the level 3 Dragon Sword does a lot of damage on him as well. So we'll showcase that because the Gleaming Blade is a big deal. Because we're trying to go on the path of using Dragon Sword more because it's more consistent. Okay, so now we're gonna save. I actually forget, is this closed? No, it's not. So, oh, we are gonna find Ninja. Okay. So there, I just spammed A, so that way I would jump on his head. And then I just started holding block once that first shuriken came. So since I was full at the beginning of all those fights, I'm gonna come back and grab this. And then I don't have to buy it later. Okay. And there's another one. If you are struggling on money, I will share. It's not a lot of money, but it is some money on the way. So I'm gonna swap the Dragon Sword. I have Shuriken. There are bats up here that you can kill. There's also those robots and or the drones, I mean. And so here, I don't know if I actually want to showcase it because these guys are kind of annoying. So you can UT the bats. Normally you have more bats than that. Let's see if I can get them to respawn. Okay, so they're all gonna respawn. Never mind. That's different than NGB. So disregard that. Another free item. We've already fought these guys. They're the same as the soldiers. They have a couple different attacks and just more HP. Whoops. I tried to open the door. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Shuriken. There we go. That was weird. And just go pick up everything. So let's see, I got fire wheels, shuriken, and dragon sword. That's level 2. So in this chapter we fight monks, which are these big guys with scythes right here. So you can stagger them by jumping at them and doing air destruction slash. And since we have Dragon Sword level 2, that combo that I did was X, Y, which got me into the air, and then I just did XXX because I don't have a Zuna drop. So I just did XXX to just get a whole bunch of damage, and I did it again. So if you're trying to break the gap between you guys, or close the gap. If you're trying to close the gap between you guys, you can jump and air destruction slash, which is a directional jump towards him, and then X. And then that will help you potentially stagger him, and then you can do the X, Y, X, X, X like I did. And I'll try to showcase that with the next one. Or this guy. There you go. So that's that combo right there. I don't remember the name of it, but it's pretty much what you see a lot of people they do when they are trying to learn a Zuna drop and they're just mashing X too much. So we're gonna try. Oopsie. There we go. So sometimes it'll knock him down. Other times, yeah, there you go. Other times it'll just keep him in the air and he'll kind of stagger a little bit. That time it knocked him on the ground because he was so low. So I just fiend sealed him, and you can keep doing that, and it'll keep him down and keep doing damage. Here, grab everything here. If you're grabbing Scarab, there's another one. You need this. Grab that every time because that's another key item. I'm not gonna grab the Scarab. I'm not interested in trying to hunt them all down. Then we go right up here. And we'll just, we'll run around here, and then we're going to go and equip the Incendiary Shuriken we just got, because that's going to help us break down this wall. So we don't have to fight those guys. You can. The monks can do a lot of damage and can be scary. So it's up to you. Nice. Perks of having the same input pickup as throwing your projectile. So then if you want those, you can grab them right now. If you want to save them for the chapter where you fight Alma, you can do that too. I'm just grabbing them now so I don't forget. Oops, I forgot that's Scarab. This fight up here is pretty much the same. There's a couple monks, a couple of those fiends. For the casual experience, you can get the password from right there. I'm just gonna go input it. You have to follow that direction that I did. So now we're just gonna wait for the monk, really. They're the priority of the fight. Yeah, there he is. I didn't mean to wall spam there. There we go. So if he's standing like he was there, you can just do a static jump X, Y, and it will help stagger them like that. Even if you're doing the air destruction slash like I did in one of those jumps. Feel free to use Nimpo. I'm not, because I'm trying to showcase the combat. So that was a counter Y. Oh, yeah, I wasn't going to get them both. There we go. And that's that room. So I'm gonna heal here. Again, you can heal with the quick menu with your down on your D-pad and then left and right to, you know, swing or spin around. You can also pause if you're in a bind and are trying to coordinate it all at once and it's not working. So now we just drop down, we put the book in there that we got from the safe, and then we're going to continue down this way. There is a speedrun strat for this tunnel. I won't do it because it involves all landing jumps, which I haven't really explained yet. So I'm not gonna showcase that. These guys I call Doku farts. I don't know their real name, but that's what I'm sticking with. I didn't say it, but you can refill on your incens right here. You probably always should. There's a tunnel of a map, or a tunnel to a tunnel of a map of the tunnel. My words are flipped around. That you don't really need. Save there. And then you need to use shuriken here. Break this wall down. And then what we're going to doing is pretty much wall running as often as we can. Because there is some spikes on the ground, so you want to just wall run every time you see them. If you get hit, it's not that big a deal as far as damage. You just don't want to go too slow and get hit too much. Because you don't want that boulder to catch you. And then try to stand about, yeah, in the middle of where you see they're gonna fall. Because Ryu's head can bonk, and it's a pretty slow recovery animation. So that one I didn't wall run for some reason. I decided it'd be smarter to just jump through it, which is not the case. There you go. And then I think this is another big heal, right? Yep, so I'm full. Save here. Let's see. Yeah, probably safer strat, just kill these guys. Drop down. It's quicker. You can reach the bottom, but you also can just get a game over if you jump in the wrong spot. So from there, I just did a neutral jump, and then you can drag Ryu a little bit on the ledge there. So I didn't do a directional jump or anything, because if I jump like off the ledge over there, it's game over. So I didn't want to risk that. And then once you're right here and you're above where you can see this the brick there, you can just do that jumping drag that I was just explaining, and then just go through here. We're just gonna get past these guys. We'll showcase them in a little bit when you have a mandatory fight. Another save right here. Sigma has a lot of saves and statues, so don't be shy on doing it. Down here, you're not gonna die if you jump, so you can just jump. There's a shop right there if you want it. This is a challenge right here. If you go kill all these guys, I'm pretty sure. You get I don't remember what the reward is, but anyway, that's one you can do. We're just gonna skip them. They don't seem aggroed. Another small heal. So that one I just did jump and then Y, and then that's how you hit the button. Here it's kind of like a auto scroller, so you can get some money here while you're waiting to go down. These guys are pretty evasive, so don't get frustrated if you can't connect an attack on them. There we go. So we'll save here and we'll swap to the flails. I think these are some of the more consistent weapons for this next couple fights. And then we're gonna swap to Inferno. We can keep Incendiary Shuriken. So some things to keep in mind with Nimpo is when you're casting, when you have when you have Nimpo that's like Inazuma, Inferno, and then Ice Storm, those Nimpo Ryu can't move, right? He'll sit there, he'll cast it, and then he'll either shoot it or blast it or something like that. Fire Wheels, he he can move while he's got the fire wheels on him, right? But during the small cast animation where he pushes out like this to cast him, you can avoid damage and get invulnerability frames or iframes. But it's only during that cast animation for fire wheels. The other 3, it's during the entire time he starts to cast, shoots his projectile or whatever, and his animation is over. So those are things to keep in mind. I'll try to showcase it with Bone Dragon on like one of his leg sweeps or something, to show you can use the Ninpo not only for damage but to get out of a bad situation, or maximize something like that. Here is the bugs. I'm not going to do the speedrun strat. I'm just going to show you how to fight them. So there's always one that likes to swoop down at you. You can hold block. And then with the flails, we're going to do X, Y, Y. And then if you want, you can charge a UT off of their essence and just keep rinsing, repeating. They're not too bad. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. This is a good way to get money if you can connect with them. Obviously, if they're too high, you're not going to connect. But yeah, right there. So I just got 3 UT kills, which is like I think it's like 7 times what it's normally worth. There you go. For each of those guys. So here we fight zombies. We won't even use shuriken. I'll just show you. So we're gonna focus the archers. So we're gonna do whoops, X, Y, Y, and then it doesn't look like there's another one yet. So these guys you can there you go. You can block their attacks. They do have a grab that's pretty slow. But this is. Once you get rid of the archers, if you just stay a pretty good distance away, you can just freely charge UTs and just get some really good money here. So I recommend that. Yeah, so yes. So if you rewind that little bit there, you'll see the animations of them getting ready to do the grab. So once you see them start raising both of their hands up and start shaking like this, then they want to grab you. And that's where they can get a lot of damage on you. Everything else you can block. So we're just gonna maximize our money here. Notice how on my control display, I'm trying to like encourage Ryu when doing the UT with what way I want him to go. Sometimes Ryu has a mind of his own, but sometimes you can encourage him if the enemies are close enough. So you notice I'm not using the essence to fuel my ultimate techniques. I'm actually just taking it, and then I'm just doing like a dry charge, because then I get a whole bunch of money, right? So I'm at 20k. I just absorbed one. I'm at 21.4, 22.1. So you get a lot of money if you can get the full UT. So there, he was gonna hit me, so I released early. Oh, I got 3. Nice. Oh, no, I hit 3, but the other one survived. There you go. So just be safe. You don't have to do anything crazy, and just keep doing, combos. This is a really good spot for a lot of money. Take the time. And then the door will unlock once this guy's picked up and they're all dead. So we came out of that. We're at almost 25k. If you want, you can keep doing that for those guys as well. Just watch out for the Doku farts. We're just going to skip them. Here, we're going to do the button again. You can just start charging right away. It doesn't matter. Just as soon as you charge your full UT, just release, you're going to hit one of them. I'm going to take this money again. Too far away. So now I'm good on money. I just want to clear the room so I can push that button. There we go. So we're just gonna do jump. Why? Pick up this money on our way out. We don't have to fight anyone else. We can if we want. You know, it's just we gotta wait a little bit longer. Anyway, so you can hang out, kill a couple more. Just be careful on their grab and block the other attacks. Here's some more Doku farts. So I'm just doing X. I'm not doing any directions or anything. There are some up here. Yeah. Oh, they actually reached me. You can just do jump X as well if they're too high. There we go. More zombies for you to kill. Oh, okay. My movement is not up to speed or snuff. So we're just gonna run up here. We're gonna kill these zombies the safest way. So we're gonna try to only keep one on screen and just pepper him with incense. I think it's 2. Yeah. Wait for him to shoot. Reset. Throw. Sometimes they'll deflect it. While you're waiting for him to die, block in case the other archers aiming at you. There you go. There we go. So one thing to keep note, if I roll, I won't fall off the ledge here. So you can roll right to the edge and then jump. That's a safe way to know you're as close as you can without falling off. And then we'll save here. As soon as it lets me. There. Okay, well, they got stuck on the wall. I don't even think this is advanced. So we'll kill these guys and I'll just share it. That way you don't have to keep worrying about kind of awkward movement if you're not comfortable with it yet. So we get up here. You can just hold forward jump. And then what you can do, this is all just to avoid the movement of hopping around the walls and everything, is you can just forward jump into this. And then at the end, you'll push A again. And then he'll land on the ledge right above us. That's it. And then you're at the top. If you want, obviously, you can do it the intended way. This is just to help you so you don't have to worry about wall running at an awkward angle or anything like that. And then doing it that way. Yeah. There we go. So now we're up top, and then we get to go fight Bone Dragon. Again, if you jump off the ledge there, it is game over. So, and that's at any point when you're here. So we're gonna interact. We're gonna start the fight. The string that we're gonna do is X, Y, Y, and then his attacks, other than him with his limbs, you know, swinging at you, is he has these spikes that he'll pop out. So in between your strings, whoops, in between your strings, you're gonna watch those spikes, and you can block them, and then you're just gonna want to roll and reset your block. But your whole goal is to just keep hitting the limbs with X, Y, Y with the flails. So that's probably the worst RNG I've ever seen, because I didn't even get to the leg really. So that bite, I got really lucky on being able to roll jump to the side. You want to roll as far, pick a direction, left or right, as far to one direction as you can to avoid that. If you go forward or back, he's gonna grab you. There we go. So you'll see, if you rewatch this fight, you'll see that there's going to be some spikes. So I just happen to know his left hand will sweep more than like a smash. So that was just me knowing knowing the character or knowing the boss. But I'll showcase it here in a second. I want him to do it again. So if I see him doing that, yeah. So there's the spikes. They will guard break you. So you want to reset you want to roll and do it again. He's not stomping or anything. There you go. So I probably would have got hit by that. So that was what I was talking about with the iframes from the Nimpo. I'll see if he does one again. There we go. So I didn't get hit. I did a little damage, but it helped me stay alive. Here on the tail swipe, so you can jump. You want to make sure you're a little far away because the tail comes out like an angle. So you can get, if you're too close and he goes to sweep and you jump, you can get hit by the top of the tail. At the end of the tail is where it's safest. So you want to try to jump back towards your camera. And then if you have weird timing, you can push X in the air and it'll keep you in the air a little bit longer. So I paused it and it wouldn't let me push it X again. I kind of hope he does it again. There we go. So that was just a neutral jump and then X. So sometimes he'll do the 2. So it's X, Y, Y, over and over. I think he's gonna sweep his tail. Yeah. So I was a little early, but I still was able to recover. Whoops. I was actually really lucky. So I hit him with my Y on accident, and it did just enough damage before he landed his attack on me. So his left arm likes to do that swipe right when it lands, so that's just something that I've just learned over the years. Anyway, that's Bone Dragon. Hopefully that helps you with Bone Dragon. He's just, there's a lot going on with him normally, and the people that normally have the hardest time are the people that are trying to move around too much. And really, some of the biggest things that can punish you in Ninja Gaiden games is mashing too much, and not understanding when you have iframes and understanding what is in your arsenal as far as avoiding attacks. So in that case, we just picked up the flails that chapter, and then at the same time, we learn a couple of different strings. You really, from this point on, don't really have to use the flails. It's more optional in some spots. I'll try to showcase in the next missions when you can use the flails and be safe. So this is the next Rachel chapter. I'm going to save. Hopefully I can. So you can go right back here without having to move forward and spawn the wave of enemies. You can come back here and save. And so what? I'll continue this in a couple days. It'll be one big video probably, unless it's really long. I'm already 2 hours in on this first part, so it might not be one super video. Anyway, so hopefully if you've enjoyed this far, let me know. I appreciate anyone hanging out live while I'm streaming this, and I'll call it here, and then I'll come back in a couple days